Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome to the channel. Today I am going to be planning a memory keeping spread in the for the week of May 13th through 19th, 2024 in my Sadie Stickers vertical planner. I'm going to be using this really cute kit from CinderellaPaper called Summer Vibes 2.0. This kit is extraordinary, and I'll show you why in a couple of minutes, but this art is really fun, and she's got a bunch of kits that are like this for autumn, for spring, but here's what's really cool about it. So this is a shop where you have to print your own, so this shop may not be for people who don't have a silhouette machine, but I do think this is very cool. So this is one of 3 full box sets that come with this kit. So this is the first one. Really pretty art. I think it's gorgeous. This is the washi. I'm obsessed. So pretty. Then it comes with a page of regular flags, artsy flags that have a design going down the bottom. Some really cute functionals here. Some really pretty glitter headers and some smaller boxes. And then this is the second of 3. So this is more spring scenes. And then this is the 4th one. This one has animals and nature elements and like sort of a fantasy type thing, but like a cabin. It's so awesome and bizarre because it's just like I could use, 1, 2, 3. I can use a combination of these. I could just use one. So the thing is, when you print them, they come like this. Like the silhouette files come like this. So even if I wanted to use this kit again, I would have to reprint this page, like no matter what, because I would need it for the washi and the date covers. Although I could probably get some different washi and some different date covers and be just fine. So that's something to think about. But anyway, this is going to be tough because I'm going to have to choose. I decided I wanted to do silver with this kit because it's cool tones. So I have this forest washi from Sadie Stickers. I think this was intended for like winter, but it's really, really pretty. And then I have a little really old Sadie Stickers like sampler that I thought would be really pretty with this, just for the top. And then I have, this is left over from a Crest Press bundle. I'm going to use these for the numbers. And then there's just a couple of scripts that I can actually use this week. So I'm going to go silver, just hints of silver. I'm not going to go crazy. But anyway, I'm going to put the base down and then come back and into a voiceover and do the whole spread. But this is going to be fun.
Hi everybody, welcome back. So I had a lot of fun putting this together. I just had so many cute things to work with, and I was actually able to save 2 kits worth of full boxes. So I will definitely be incorporating that art somewhere else as much as I can. Um, this French blue was really, really pretty and actually perfectly matches the kit that I do right after this. So it worked out perfectly because I had extra flags to use this week, and it was just so good. This washi was a little tricky to get off. It looks like trees, but because of the way that like if you turn it over, you can see the detail on all of the trees. But if you're looking at it like this, it doesn't really look like trees. It looks more like an audiogram or something. That's just the speech therapist in me. I see audiograms when I should see trees. Um, but I was going to try and save 2 of the washi strips for like another kit, but I ultimately decided to put them up at the top. Spoiler alert. Um, so I used these date dots from an older kit from my stash, and they worked perfectly. They're really easy to see. They're nice and bold. and they just matched perfectly with this um, color palette. So I was really happy to use this. This is the same sort of paintbrush schema that was on the day at the aquarium kit, and I was able to get these on straight. It's hard when it's like a white background and you're trying to do white on white. I'll be honest, not easy, but I really do love every single piece of art in this kit. Um, and actually, there is a park that's kind of near our house, right off of Lake Norman, that has this view of the lake that looks just like the quote box. So that was kind of neat to be able to use that. So I'm just putting on the glitter headers here. I decided to color block, and I think that was a smart choice because even though the flags that I used that were decorative weren't perfect color blocked, it gave me license to kind of go up and down, and then I didn't have to think about which flag I wanted to use and when. I know flag is not the official word for this. I'm sure it's skinny boxes, quarter boxes, half boxes, whatever. I call them flags because to me they look like little flags. So anyway, um, yeah, and I hope you guys can see the lighting was a little tricky because there was a storm happening, but it's been happening a lot these days. It's just, I think the time of year lends itself towards more stormy days. I like stormy summer days. They're just pleasant. Um, so anyway, I'm almost finished with this, and I decided to put um, foil overlays on top of the glitter header. You can't see it super well, but it just gave it a little extra shimmer that I really liked whenever I would sort of dazzle the page, moving the page up and down to show off the shimmer a little bit. So I wasn't going to use all of these full boxes. I was thinking about pulling some of the other ones from because I had so many to work with. And I ultimately just used everything I had because it was easier and I just didn't want to deal with it. But I did purposefully choose the box for Thursday to match field day because we had a field day um, this week and there was bunting and it kind of reminded me of a field day situation. So I wasn't crazy about this bird, but it was the only one left and I felt bad. I'm a weirdo feeling bad about planner stickers. I didn't want it to be in isolation when I threw it out. And it's like not the bird's fault that it has a funny looking beak, but anyway, um, so I decided to try and use as much of the pre-printed scripts as I could. This is a really cute font, actually. It matches the font that I wish I naturally could do, but I'm a little more loopy. So I did put in a cleaning tracker, even though this was a memory spread. I really appreciate when kits come with the work flags because I work in two different schools, and so I have different schedules all the time. And sometimes I'm sort of bouncing from one school to the next, and so my hours aren't concrete. And this is just a nice way for me to keep track of how many hours I was actually in a building versus working elsewhere. So clearly, this is the next day, and I have much better lighting. So huzzah! And a nicer manicure. Uh, I was tracking vitamins and meds, and I did have a cleaning tracker. I don't follow the same rooms each week. It sort of depends on how much chaos I've caused the week before. The kitchen, I would say, is probably the craziest room because it's where we spend the most amount of time and it's the messiest. But anyway, so I decided to try and see if I could push this scene all the way down. And you can't really see it zoomed in like this, but looking at the full page, you can really see the scene. And that made it really cool because it was like there were additional full boxes underneath each section. And that gave it a little bit more oomph. So you can't really see it right now, but There you go. I've zoomed down a little bit. Um, so on Monday, I wasn't feeling 100%. That had carried over from the weekend. So I thought that I had this proctor training on Monday morning, and I was very happy to find out that it was canceled. So that is a canceled sticker, although it's very hard to read, but it matched the kit perfectly. And then I felt a little guilty because I had pulled this speech therapy sticker and then um, I just put it directly over the other thing. So, oops. Um, this is a Fox and Pip sticker. I had to update IEPs, and then that is a pumpkin paper coast sticker to mark that I had therapy. I used a scripted flag from my Caress Press bundle to mark um, family time because I was just at home with the kitties, hanging out with my husband. Mondays are tough. You work really hard and you've just gotten through a weekend and you want to be home with your family. And so I try and make an extra effort on Mondays to just be more present. Usually my husband is working on some crazy project, but we always just try to work together. So that is a Crafty Banana Scorpio coffee cup. I think it says caring. I did do a Starbucks team order for the SLPs at one of my schools because there are um, three of us. It was going to be a long week, and I knew that. A lot of IEPs this week. So I had one at 8 a.m., which meant that I got to work earlier than 8 a.m. And I had another one at 2:15. So they were bookended right there. Um, that is a Scribble Prints Co. Uh, Play-Doh to mark that I did do speech therapy. And then that is a Carlia Plans Scrub Daddy, just to mark that I cleaned the bathroom and I did the dishes. Um, and then I'm just using one of the flags to mark that I was relaxing, and that is a little once more with love sticker. On Wednesdays, I got in at 7. I decided to use the image. And at one point, I actually pulled the flag and then I couldn't remember which side was up, but I think I was able to correct myself. See, I may have put that one upside down. Um, yeah, because I'm just pulling them off and I'm not really like looking super carefully, but there we go. I was able to fix it. Okay. So on Wednesday, I had more IEP meetings. Surprise, surprise. I had one at 7:15, which is so early for an IEP meeting, you guys. It's way too early. And then I had another one at 9, which means that I logged into the first IEP meeting and then I had to log out at 9 because I don't think they were done by 9. Then I actually had the proctor administration training for the EOGs, which is the end of grade assessments. I went to this specialty pharmacy to pick up my medication, and they were closed because there was like a death of a loved one who worked at the pharmacy. So they actually had closed 2 hours earlier, and I didn't know that. So very sad. So I used the time to go to Target to buy a descaler for my Keurig because the Keurig was flashing lots of angry, like, fix me, signs every time I turned it on. Um, but yeah. So I used a very cute Chic Blossom Prints Home with heart sticker um, to mark that I was prioritizing self-care. And then I did get into a little spat with my husband, but we made up, so it's fine. We fight so rarely that I guess I had written it in my bullet journal, but I couldn't for the life of you tell you what we fought about. But in all likelihood, it was probably just stress and nerves. So, anyway, on Thursday, we had, um, uh, let's see. Wait, was Thursday the field day? I can't even remember. It must have been. Oh, this beautiful pheasant bird. It looked like something out of the Audubon Society, and I could not figure out which way was up. Like I got myself all turned around, which is a little embarrassing. Um, I really thought field day was on a Friday, but I work in two different schools and they had two different field days. I did have to go to the doctor in the morning for blood work, and then I worked on. Sorry, I can't see over my giant hand. I did have an IEP at noon. Um, Thursdays are my lighter days for therapy, so it's mostly just about keeping up. And then I had a transition. Oh, I had transition meetings. So I didn't even really have a lot of speech today. Um, so I did go back to the pharmacy because they were open the next day to get my medications. Those are Stick with the Planco stickers. They're so cute. And then I did call my mom. So I just used a little silver foil to mark that. And then on Friday, the 17th, I did a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. work day. Fridays are also like my lighter of the 3 days that I work at that one school. Um, I do a lot of makeup sessions on Fridays. I do a lot of paperwork and meetings on Fridays. So it's not exactly light, it's more light on the speech therapy. So I did have a 7:15 a.m. IEP meeting. And then, okay, so this was field day. So, as a specialty person in my school, I was scheduled to do both shifts of field day, which meant right after my IEP meeting, I had to hustle to the yard and like run stations. And it was really crazy. Thankfully, I invited my grad student who had already completed her practicum, and she came and like played with the kids and got to like hang out with the kids again. So I think that was really fun for her. Um, but yeah, so then I went to Publix, and then we came home and I just watched TV with my husband and kind of relaxed at home. Um, and then I left something blank, which I will fill in later. So then I realized I didn't have like a work flag up at the top, so I had a little bit more space on Saturday. And I don't remember what I was watching. I think I was watching um, this amazing documentary about a family with schizophrenia on Max while I was filming this. And I had read the book Hidden Valley Road, which is also about that family, a year or two ago. So I was a little distracted. This is my avocado toast sticker. This is supposed to be the blue one, but you can't really tell. Um, I also had maple cinnamon buns from Publix. They are so good. I'm obsessed. So Saturday was a really fun day. I had given my husband Bill Burr tickets and because he was going to be in Winston-Salem. This was a Christmas gift. So we went to Old Salem first. We hung out in this really cool town. It's like a giant museum, and they have this old bakery where they make this delicious bread. So then we decided to go to this restaurant, but it was graduation weekend. So, and you can't make reservations. So we got there like right when they opened and we still had to like wait forever for tables. Like it was crazy. So then after that, um we went to the hotel, we checked in. I changed very quickly and then we got in the car to go to the show and there had been some sort of power outage at the security footage not footage, but the security station. So all the cars were backed up. The whole event was delayed by like an hour and a half. Bill Burr still killed it. He was really funny. He made some off-color jokes about the South that like made me nervous because even though like we live here now, we're still from New York, so it was like awkward. I wasn't sure how the audience was gonna like receive those jokes, and they actually took them in stride. I was impressed. Um, so, and then um, we had breakfast at the hotel, we gassed up the car, and then we drove back home. It's only like an hour's drive from Winston-Salem to here, and I almost thought about going straight home after the show. Like, we could have done it, but um anyway, next time maybe we will do that because it was expensive to have like a hotel room and stuff. Um, so I got home and I had to do work because I had to update IEPs and do reports. I tried to do a little planning, but yeah, and then I had to take care of some medication. So this was me just deciding, you know what, let's use up the whole sheet. I like love using up all of the sheets. Like there's something so satisfying about discarding one of those sheets when you're done with them. And I really struggled to get this washi off. And I was trying to showcase like the back of the black part of it so you could see like how detailed it was. And I didn't really get close enough to the camera to do it, but maybe I'll show you on the butterfly washi that I just got from Sadie Stickers so you can see all the details. Because sometimes with the, and I just stuck it right over that weekend banner. I did not care. Nope, nope, nope. And I had one more little piece of foil there. So there we go. I used all of it. Hooray. It's my little happy tap for the side. And then I just marked that it was a Winston-Salem weekend. And there we go.
Okay, so here it is. There's a few things missing, but that's done on purpose. I think this was really fun to do, actually. I liked having the full cohesive flags so that it sort of made like an image inside. I've never really done it like that before where all of them matched and I just went all the way down, but I was like, let me just try it because I can. And I really enjoyed doing that. Like that was really fun. So yeah, I think this came out really, really well, and I'm really excited to do the next one. So for those of you who are watching, I actually accidentally teased the wrong thing on my last video. So I'm going to tease it again, even though it's already been shown, but so there you go. I'm kind of sticking with a blue theme, it seems like. Anyway, thank you so much and stay tuned for the next one. Take care.